What you think, bro? You think you should? You think you should date as many people as you can and kind of just sort them out, or you think that you should take just one at a time? I think if you say, I know I asked you a question, but I think if you say one at a time, you're basically telling yourself that you're accepting that you're gonna somehow become emotionally involved with this person and want to at least try to make them the one, right? So why wouldn't you date? Why, in my opinion, you should date multiple people and figure out which one you jive with the most.
Well, like, I was thinking about it is, yeah, you care for this person or whatever, but I would say you have a second one on hand too, because of course that one's gonna start tripping, and you're gonna have doubts about it, right? So
but see, wait, what you mean the second one on? Okay.
And then, so that one's tripping because you're always gonna have doubts about the first one, like, yeah, I don't know if I want to get emotionally involved, like you said, with this person, right?
Yeah.
But they're a good person to have on the roster.
But there's clearly, but no. Okay.
And then the second one, you just gotta have a fling, man. Everybody needs. Look, let me tell you, right? If you eat steak every day, one day you're gonna get tired of steak, and you're gonna want. You're gonna want something else. You're gonna want some chicken, man.
Bro, so you telling me that a pussy is different in whole? It's the same steak, it's just made and looks a different way. What are you talking about?
Look, sometimes the steak is better than the steak. You feel me? Some people don't got good steak.
But that's what I'm saying. If you find good steak and you could deal with the motherfucker, that's the ultimate goal, right?
You get tired of good steak, and that's not when it's true.
So then you should never get in a fucking relationship. As far as any other relationship that it isn't understood that, hey, I see other people.
You have to look at
But if you in a relationship where they thinking you the only one, they the only one, there's no way you could be in that relationship because you're literally just waiting for the next fucking opportunity. And that's some bullshit.
But the truth is, everybody gets tired of something, man. And
I'm not saying you don't get tired of something. If that's what you are, then that's the shit you deal with. If you know that I get tired of things, why the fuck would you go into a relationship and catch feelings and have them catch feelings?
Because I
that's fuck shit. Especially if you're not catching feelings, you know from the start you're not gonna catch feelings, but you got them thinking that y'all in a relationship and they catch feelings.
Well,
that's fucked up.
Here's the thing.
I hope you ain't out there in the streets like that.
I mean, it's not. It's like you have love for this person. You don't want to let.
It doesn't matter what you have. Right. What are their perception of what you have for them?
Because if you too.
No. But listen to what the fuck you just said. You want to be able to keep them as like part of the team or whatever the fuck. But you have literally no intentions of giving them what they're expecting. Because that's what I'm saying. Now, if they're saying the same shit you saying, and y'all having that conversation that, oh yeah, I'm seeing other people too, but I really, really, really like you, or some shit like that. If you're doing that, that's cool. But if you Google Gaga in the chick, and she based on your behavior to her, thinks that she's the only chick, and based on your conversation, she's the only chick, and now she catches emotions for you based on that, but all the way in your head, you figuring she's one of my only chicks. Like, what are you talking about?
Look, man.
Bro, I hope you ain't out in these streets like that.
All I'm saying is...
in other words, don't play... Don't play the boyfriend-girlfriend scenario if you ain't doing boyfriend-girlfriend fucking, like, literally, like, commitment.
Why you can't do both?
You can do both, but you gotta communicate that, bro. What the fuck?
Calm down.
No, I'm sorry, I can't calm down for that. I'm passionate about that because that's what. Listen to what you're saying. You saying you basically, you know what you're doing? You're manipulating people. You're being deceitful. Because if you're not having that conversation of, hey, just like we just talked, oh yeah, why not do both? Why not? Are you having that conversation with
You're
the?
having the conversation.
Okay, so that's where I was getting at, bro. But you
that's
kept
what I'm
trying to
saying.
act like you don't give a fuck what she thinking. If you having the same conversation with her, then that's cool. Both of y'all know what y'all doing. What I was saying, what the problem is if a motherfucker still do that, why not do both? But then have the other person thinking it's her for life. You know what I'm saying? You can have her thinking it's her at this time being, but I'm not, we're not committed, da 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 da, and it's her. But if I meet somebody, da da da, if you can have that conversation, or you could say, oh yeah, we in it together, but you can't say we in it together with the mentality until somebody else come along. That's fucked up. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It's almost what I meant by manipulation. It's almost like you gave them half the truth. Oh yeah, we in it together, but you didn't say the rest of the sentence until somebody else come along. So if you tell me we in it together, that means it's me and you, not me and you and somebody else. But at the point, in other words, at this point, I'm just the best. I'm your best choice right now. But somebody could come along where it might be me, you, and her, or it might just be me and her, and I move on.
The way I'm starting to look at females as far as the dating and falling in love thing, I realize that now I feel like that it's really true. Like no other woman can love you like your mother, and I put that in a sense like I feel like grandma and my mom, I put them above any other females on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And I feel
But you should.
No, but I'm saying, and I'm saying that to say that you know how you feel like they'll never, as far as betray you or cross you or nothing like that. They're not these females. I look at every female like they'll eventually probably betray you or cross you, no matter how much you love for them. But it all comes down to that no woman can love you like your mother. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at all females.
But I look at love differently. Like,
well, yeah,
the love I have for my mother has nothing to do with any intimate love I would have for a person.
I'm talking about not the intimacy, but I want the best for you, or there's.
You see that? Who's at the top? Ashley's not at the top. Actually, that's in proper order. My mom's at the top. My mom's right here.
Oh.
She's doing what?
But
Nah, I feel you though. I do. And that's how it should be. And I wouldn't expect any chick that I met that their parents are either alive or dead, mostly alive though, right? That I wouldn't somehow think that they love me more than their father. Just even if you just think on the terms of time, right? You've loved me for what? A year. I have loved him for 20-something, 30-something, 40-something, 50-something years. Like, how would it ever possibly be more love for him than you?
And then to get deeper on that subject, I would just say you can't, like, I don't care how much they say it or whatever, you can't 100% trust a female. And I don't. It's been proven.
I think no, it is absolutely, and I don't disagree. Listen, I'm 0 for whatever. I've never met the relationship that sustained because, and this ain't because I know everybody isn't this way, but this ain't saying that I'm somehow perfect. But I've left every relationship because every relationship has, at some point, given me reason to, right? So I'm 0 for whatever. I find that relationship that never gives me that reason to leave, it's out there. I think it's out there. I think it's possible. It just takes two people willing. you gotta love my dirty draws, and I gotta love your dirty draws. I gotta love your dirty draws so much that it don't matter what celebrity, what Prince Charming comes along. I'm not even enticed by it. It may be cute that he's interested in me. It may flirt my ego, but I'm not gonna disrespect my dude. And for me, I'm never gonna meet any chick that could. Remember, like we had the conversation the other week. I can't value somebody I don't know over somebody that I know, let alone value somebody I don't know over somebody I love. So it's not a person that could come into my life and somehow trump the person that I've chosen. It can never happen. Because even if they're more fabulous than the person I've chosen, and they're more beautiful than the person I've chosen, if they come into my life and I allow them to gain that equity to now, because if I just choose the fact that they're pretty, then I've already fucked it up. I did that. That's my mistake. Because I've chosen that this chick's pretty. She's probably, interesting, right? And then I start talking to her. Let's just say it's your workplace. It's something you really don't, it's not like you should be running from people, but say somehow, some way you become familiar with the most beautiful woman you ever seen. And being intelligent, you could admit that she's beautiful. If I was to be honest, she's more beautiful than the girl I'm with, right? And now, for whatever reason, we're in each other's circle. And then we start having great conversations. And now I start comparing her to the chick I'm with in little ways, right? Like, oh man, she's got a real good conversation. I wish so-and-so had this conversation. That's your first mistake. No, hear me out. That's your first mistake. So then you've allowed it to happen. That's what I'm saying. You have to choose. In other words, when you found someone and they're beautiful, so there's no emotional or physical issue why you wouldn't be attracted to them. And then on top of that, they're kind and they're loving and they love you just as much as you love them. That doesn't somehow mean that it ain't a greater person out there. That's not the key to love. The key to love isn't to find the greatest person out there. It's to find your greatest person out there, right? So now you run into this chick. She's beautiful. She's got a great personality. And all the while, if you do certain things to familiarize yourself with each other, you're secretly, but knowingly, sort of sabotaging the current shit you have. That's part of maintaining the current shit you have. Knowing yourself to say, oh wait, I'm starting to think about this chick sometimes. Let me stop having conversations with her, or let me dial down my conversation. You have to control that shit, because at that point, now you're sabotaging what you have. So all I'm saying to say all that is to answer the question. You can have a great relationship like that, but it takes two people that when those type of things happen, because I'm not gonna know that you met Prince Charming the other day and he's so charming and beautiful and all that, and you're gonna be seeing him multiple times. I'm not gonna know that. So it's up to my partner to control her vulnerabilities, just like it's up to me to control my vulnerabilities. By all means, continue to be the person you are, but know yourself and know that, okay, this guy's very charming, and me and my babe been, maybe y'all at a stale moment, or maybe, but even then, right, how do you get the stale moments if not because you're not appreciating what you have?
So let me ask you something, right?
Go ahead.
This is some deep stuff, right?
It's okay.
So let's say we live in a society, right? Because we're kind of like animals, right?
Yeah, we are animals.
We are animals.
Humans
right?
are animals.
Okay, let's say we live in a society where marriage, relationship, or long-lasting relationship, none of that was a thing. Like, that's not what it's called. and we live like animals, right? You have animals that, okay, let's just use dogs as examples.
Well, see, there's animals and then there's civilized animals.
No, let me finish.
Okay.
A dog makes a baby or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
That dog could have grew up around that female dog, or they could have been together for a long time, right? If you put that same male dog in the pen with a new female dog, he's gonna sniff her out. Oh, I like her, and do the same thing, repeat the process. So then, I look at that as a human perspective. That's not saying that dog doesn't care for the original dog.
Okay.
It's just that's the circumstances they were put in.
Okay.
And why? And what if we lived in a society where there was like no relationship, there isn't marriage. It's just me and this girl are friends. We kick it, and you gotta remember there is no loan, so there isn't cheating or nothing. There's no cheating. It's not called cheating. Me and this girl kick it or whatever. She meets somebody new, and she's like, I want to go meet that person. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see a person you want to meet. What if we lived in a society where it was just entanglements, basically? But it's not called that. There is no cheating. There is no marriage.
Yeah,
we wouldn't even call it that. It would just be human nature, right? It would be human nature.
Listen, okay.
Would you live in a society like that? And
no, because listen.
You still care
first of all,
for
that's a lot of this society, but what that lacks is love.
No, you still like,
no. Yeah, I promise you.
What is love to you though? Tell me what is love to you.
Love is everything, bro.
That.
Because here's the thing. I'll get to why I mean that. Because everything grows, right? Everything that you feed grows. So you literally just explained or tried to compare a dog's behavior to human behavior, where you can just mingle on from Punjab to Punjab, right? Here's where reality of being a human detaches from reality of being a dog. A dog ain't gonna catch emotion. It's not. It doesn't. It has enough emotion to make a commitment. Look at the dog here. This dog's been through so much shit. Nobody's loved that dog. But that dog continues to cling. You see it. You can tell by how it behaves. It clings for that yearning for companionship and for an emotional attachment. And unfortunately, your paradigm of mentality where everyone can just kind of move from person to person, although it would probably lead to a probably more healthier life because you're not always saddened by those breaks, what it would also lead to is a life without love, in the sense where you have that devotion like this animal here to a group. And so wait. But so no love, yeah. So what's gonna happen is you're as a human being in society. Maybe if you've been kept out of society and didn't know other humans, and then you were kind of guinea pig to test that, maybe. But if you've participated in society for any more than X amount of years, you develop, which is it's natural anyway, but you're gonna develop an emotion. And emotions create attachments. Attachments create a bond, and bonds create love. Bonds, there's nothing that you can love. It's impossible. Even a fucking vehicle, there's nothing you can love without an emotional attachment. That's what love is. Fuck all the adjectives of what love is. If you don't have an emotional attachment to it, you don't love it. It's impossible. I don't have to tell you what love is. I can literally tell you what love requires, and it requires an attachment, right? Based on societal conversation. Oh, he loves that car. What is he doing? He's probably washing it every day, getting it waxed, putting armor all on that shit, right? What do you say when you see the dirtiest, fucked up, dinged up car? Damn, that motherfucker, you don't even think about love. They clearly don't love their car. They'll say they love to hit other motherfuckers' car or something. But that's that's the point I'm making is in the sense of what being civilized requires, or what being civilized have driven us to. It's driven us to those attachments, those emotions, because we have them, that signify, it indicates what love is. You literally could just look at a thing and you could tell what someone loves. I can look at your life and I can tell you what you love. I can look at people that I know and dissect based on their behavior, their human behavior, to become emotional or emotionally attached to a thing. People might just love people, right? So emotionally, when you meet somebody, you just love the fact that they're human and that they're here in front of you. And I've known people like that, and those people love people. That's what they love. Some people love the work, and people that just fucking truly don't take a breath. Not that fake motherfucker that said, "Oh man, I'm killing it now," but they sleep half the time they're supposed to be up. No, I'm talking about that motherfucker from the minute the clock clicks to 12 hours after the clock click, their whole focus is work. They're people. So, and what do they love? They love their work, and that's what we would say. That's what society would say. So, based on evidence, that's what love is. So now, if you tell me, oh, because remember, you're human and you're emotional. I had sex with this chick, bang, 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 and I was fucking her, it was good pussy, da-da-da-da. And then I met this other chick, da-da-da, and I moved on to her, da-da-da-da. But every now and then I go back to this chick, da-da-da-da-da. But now, what's the next part of your conversation going to be, regardless of what your emotions are? Because clearly your emotions are, get as much as I can. One of your conversations, it only takes two. I've met people where we clearly had a statement and understanding that this was just a friend thing, friends with benefits, and emotions come to play. It's a human reaction. You can't control it if you want to. Here's how it sneaks up on you. You go into it planning, oh, I just met this chick and I ain't really got to know her yet where I can smash, but I'm dating this chick. I'm not gonna somehow leave this chick to da-da-da, but once I can smash, I'm gonna smash. But I'm not gonna leave this chick, right? Because me and her gotta understand that we can smash other people. You literally have that mindset that I'm only fucking chicks out here, right? Here's how it sneaks up on you. Now you show up, you fuck, you finish fucking, she say, oh, I'm hungry, I'm finna make some breakfast. You want some breakfast? Now you sit down, you eat a breakfast. Damn, this bitch can cook. And in the 15 minutes or so that y'all sit and eat breakfast, y'all have this great conversation. And just a little sneak of attachment showed up. And you didn't realize it. It's just a chick you smash. And then you say, okay, I gotta go out, I'll holler at you. And then you go and you smash the other chick, right? But you just smash and you leave, and there's no attachment, there's no emotion. Now you come home, say you start getting hungry, or you're just thinking about your day, and you remember, damn man, that was some good eggs. Oh girl, I didn't know she could cook like that. Damn, that's what's up. And now later, you get hungry, or maybe she gets horny and she texts you, hey, stop through tonight. And you say, all right, cool, but I'm gonna wanna stay over and get some more eggs. And boom, you literally just created an attachment. If not for her, for you.
Well, you gotta know what you're getting yourself into. Man.
Exactly. And at a certain point, that emotion can snatch you or it can't. I've been in situations where, it's literally, I have a relationship with this person. We talk, we have lunch, we have dinner, we do all this stuff. But I'm leaving, after a while, and I'm going to go and see some other chick. And we talk and we chat and we do the same old thing. But then somewhere out of nowhere, something is whatever it is, a little thing that clicks. It's something that you may like, or something that you didn't know you liked that they introduce you to. Whatever it is, it clicks. And then boom, that's a little piece of attachment. And the next thing you know, you caught feelings. It don't necessarily mean that you don't want to still go smash the other chicks. But now this one's a little more important to you than the other chicks. Right? And then the more you interact with her, the more you start saying, I ain't going to see old girl tonight. I'm gonna kick it with so-and-so. And it literally becomes that. So because we are that creature, no, I'm sorry, you don't get to be like a dog. We didn't take that turn. We chose to evolve a little higher. This dog's emotional attachment is by nature like ours, but it's different. It doesn't require shit, apparently. It's almost like God. Dogs are like God in the sense where it don't matter how you treat them. They still looking for your love. She still looks for love. And I can't think of a dog that I know that's been treated worse than Daisy. She probably wishes, if she has that high of an intellect, she probably wishes she could turn that off. I've been there, where I love somebody and I wish I could turn it off because they didn't deserve it. That's how strong emotions are. That's some shit, huh? Well, guess what? You were on Great Talk. Thank you for your participation. Hopefully I could get this on my YouTube, but I think I had issues with it before. Trader Great. I just recorded this Great Talk. I had to do it incognito. He's been made aware and he's released his rights.